Thank you, Brandon. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us, safety precautions and all, to experience the Elantra family and the N models. It's such a pleasure to be back in automotive. After spending the last several years in Washington, coming to Hyundai felt like coming home. You may know that I spent 3 years with Nissan Renault as Director of Policy and Strategic Communications in Paris, which is where I got to work with Jose Munoz for the first time. When Jose described his vision for Hyundai and the role of communications, I was thrilled and wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to work with a phenomenal leader who is committed to ensuring Hyundai garners the consideration, the passion, and the loyalty our outstanding lineup deserves. In April, I joined Hyundai. I met my incredible team that makes all of this happen by Zoom. In June, my brother and I packed up a Palisade Limited and drove cross-country, and I learned 2 big things. Number 1, how big America really is, and 2, that in spite of the pandemic, the uncertainty, and the turmoil, what a blessing it is to road trip with the people we love and admire most. All that said, an unfortunate consequence is that I haven't had the chance to meet many of you. So thank you for the opportunity to spend this time together. It's an exciting time at Hyundai. With Jose's vision and a strong leadership team behind him, Hyundai is the one to watch. You all are well acquainted with our products, their performance, styling, comfort, and design. Thanks to the team, you have been in the driver's seat to see how we've evolved into a design, technology, and safety leader. The cars you will be driving are a continuation in our mission to dominate these segments in key performance indicators and exceeding our customers' expectations. Now, when I say it's an exciting time to be at Hyundai, it goes beyond the cars you see on the road today. It's exciting to be at Hyundai because we are plotting our future, and our future is very bright. At our core, Hyundai is about our history. Hyundai is about excellence, and Hyundai is about people. From our team members working at our plant in Alabama to our colleagues working from home here in Orange County, California, behind every one of our products are people. People dedicated to delivering a quality, safe, tech-rich vehicle that you and members of your family can enjoy now and in the future. Now, as excited as I am about Hyundai, there are still a lot of people out there who don't know that much about Hyundai, and that's where you come in. We are all here to share the story of Hyundai, our past, but more importantly, our future. So please, ask us the hard questions. We want your stories to be well-informed, relevant, and compelling for your audiences. Each of you play a critical role in the future of the industry and the future of Hyundai. So thank you for taking the time, thank you for making the effort, and thank you for all that you do to ensure readers, viewers, and consumers make the most informed choice for their safety, for their lifestyle, and for their families. With that, it's time for me to exit stage right and get someone up here who can tell you everything about the great lineup of vehicles you came here for. It's my pleasure to introduce one of the newest members of Hyundai's leadership team, Olabisi Boyle, Vice President of Product Planning and Mobility Strategy. Bisi, the stage is yours.
It is my pleasure to tell you today about the brand strategy behind Hyundai's exciting N sub-brand of high-performance vehicles. The N concept was born out of the passion of Hyundai's talented engineers at our research and design headquarters in Namyang, South Korea. This is where Hyundai first aspired to develop a new type of vehicle for customers who want an exhilarating, high-performance driving experience. We chose the N not just to represent Namyang, but to stand for the world-renowned German test track, the iconic Nürburgring, where chicanes often evoke the N shape you see here. On this track, we put our cars and SUVs through some of the industry's most rigorous testing to ensure that they meet our high performance standards. This is where Hyundai's N-brand vehicles are developed and honed. The N-brand vision is to become the world's most respected manufacturer in terms of performance. Our goal is to get the hearts of our customers racing and keep them there. We want them to feel the feeling of thrilling performance, measured in beats per minute, in cars that are truly fun to drive. Now, we could have simply made fast lap times our benchmark for the N brand. But tuning a car to shave off seconds off a lap in the hands of a professional driver doesn't guarantee it's fun for the average person to drive on their daily commute. To us, fun to drive means a car that's accessible, one that gives drivers confidence in all conditions, one with great handling in the corners, sports car-like performance in everyday driving, and full racetrack thermal capability without a professional behind the wheel. So we rethought our product portfolio to achieve that. Here, at the widest part of our portfolio pyramid, are our base models. They're beautifully designed, reliable to operate, and technologically sophisticated. These popular models are our biggest volume sellers. Our N-line models build on that excellence. N-line models have sportier exteriors, highly refined powertrains, and finely tuned suspensions to make them perform spectacularly no matter where they're driven, even in those challenging twisties. Above those impressive vehicles are the top-of-the-line purest N performance models, currently showcased by the track-capable Veloster N. It has a dedicated N powertrain, track-tuned chassis, and high-performance technologies for sustained thermal management and racetrack capability. N-brand products are shaped by the many lessons we've learned in Hyundai's Racing Midship program, an R&D platform that gives us extensive hands-on knowledge of high-performance vehicle dynamics under very extreme conditions. We've applied what we learned in the RM program to future Hyundai N-brand production models. The program has now been underway for 6 years and has benefited from the collective wisdom of some of the world's leading experts in race car development. Those experts, in partnership with innovators like Rimac, the global leader in high-performance electrified propulsion, are helping us advance the RM platform to the next level. In fact, our latest RM20E Racing Midship prototype features an all-electric power plant that produces 810 horsepower and 708 pound-foot of torque. That is high performance. At the very top of our product portfolio, influencing all of the development below, is our participation in motorsports. We believe motorsports help because when you're contending at the highest levels of competition on the world race circuit, it helps us to scrutinize and perfect our designs. Competition challenges us to innovate. And racing strengthens our reputation on the world stage, especially when we win. And that's exactly what we've been doing with our N brand. In 2019, Hyundai teammates Mark Wilkins and Michael Lewis won their first Michelin Pilot Challenge Drivers' Championship in the Veloster N TCR. Hyundai partner and racing legend Bryan Herta, founder of BH Autosport, fielded 2 teams that finished first and second, sweeping both the team and drivers' championships. An incredible achievement in an incredible car. As of this year's latest round of racing, Bryan's 3 established Hyundai teams are running first, second, and third in the point standings. And his 4th team, newly added, is already 7th in the hunt. Now, anything can happen in racing, but we have great hopes that Hyundai and BHA will outdo last year's amazing victories. To add to that success, Road and Track honored the Veloster N with its prestigious Performance Car of the Year award for 2020. In comparing it to much more expensive touring cars, Road and Track wrote, "Cars like the Veloster N are more special, crafted not of obligation, but for the sheer joy of driving." That's exactly what we hope to achieve with our entire N brand. To carry our message forward and to connect with automotive enthusiasts and racing fans, we are proud to be this year's title sponsor of the International Motorsports Association's weekend of racing at Laguna Seca. The Hyundai Monterey Sports Car Championship is an ideal venue to showcase our high-performance brand, in part because Bryan Herta Autosports is looking for another big win for his 3 Veloster N TCR teams. The weekend is geared to build awareness of Hyundai's current portfolio of N-brand cars, the Veloster N and the Elantra and the Sonata N-lines. I'm very pleased to announce that over the next 2 years, these cars will be joined by 4 more new N and N-line models as we expand our offerings to meet our high-performance customer desires. By the end of 2022, we will have a total of 7 exciting, fun-to-drive N-brand models. We look forward to sharing more details with you soon, so please stay tuned. And now, to get into the details that make our 3 current N-brand products so exceptional, I'll turn it over to Hyundai's Senior Product Manager, Mike Evanoff.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here in West Hollywood. I'm Mike Evanoff, Senior Manager of Product Planning, and I'm going to walk you through the details of our newest N-line vehicles. Let's start out with the first and most powerful Sonata, the 2021 Sonata N-line. The designers really wanted to make a bold statement for the Sonata N-line. The front fascia is unique to the N-line, which provides an even more aggressive appearance and increased cooling for the upgraded engine that I will get into in a little bit. The Sonata N-line also features unique 19-inch alloy wheels with either summer or all-season performance tires and those signature gloss black mirrors. Moving to the rear, we have a unique rear fascia with dual exhaust. The tapered deck lid is topped off with a discreet gloss black lip spoiler. It definitely takes on a sportier appearance, but maintains a premium and sophisticated look. A sporty exterior deserves a sporty interior, and Sonata delivers with dark chrome accents throughout, red stitching, and beautiful sport bucket seats that are finished in leather with Dynamica suede inserts. The Sonata N-line is much more than just looks. It is powered by an all-new 2.5-liter turbocharged engine that puts out 290 horsepower and an impressive 311 pound-feet of torque. That max torque hits at just 1,650 RPMs and stays at max until 4,000 RPMs. This is something you will truly get to experience on your drive today. So this all-new 2.5-liter turbo features both gasoline direct injection and multi-port injection. It will switch between the 2 injections based on speed, RPM, and engine load to maximize both performance and fuel efficiency. It also features an integrated exhaust manifold, a high-tumble combustion chamber, and a piston cooling gallery. Now, all this new power and torque required a new transmission. The Sonata N-line features an all-new N 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. This transmission was developed in-house by the N team of engineers, and one of the development priorities was to provide a true, fun-to-drive experience. This transmission is similar to the transmission that we just made available on the 2021 Veloster N. I know it's been said before, but power is nothing without control. The N team went to great lengths to match the power of Sonata N-line with a chassis that is more than capable, but is still refined. All of the powertrain mounts have increased in stiffness from 22% to 44%. The spring stiffness has been adjusted slightly, as have the dampeners, which receive unique tuning. The stability bar diameters have increased 5% in the front and 18% in the rear. We even moved the steering gear assembly from the column to the rack with a unique N-tune for more driver feedback. All of this power and control meets the road through either Pirelli P0 all-season tires or Continental Pro Contact summer tires. The 2021 Sonata N-line also has an impressive list of standard features. In addition to the already mentioned powertrain, sport seats, and 19-inch alloy wheels, there is also 10.25-inch navigation with Bose premium audio, Hyundai digital key, and a panoramic sunroof. Even the 12.3-inch TFT LCD display has a setting for performance gauges, all standard equipment. We also have a sport-tuned exhaust with active sound design to enhance the fun-to-drive experience, and also larger front and rear rotors for greater stopping power and thermal capacity. There is even launch control to get the Sonata N-line out of the hole quicker. So in summary, the Sonata N-line is the most powerful Sonata ever. And it's much more than just a pretty face. It has the power and chassis dynamics to support the N-line badges. It also has a high level of standard equipment to make this fun-to-drive mid-size sedan a perfect companion for quick daily trips or long-range interstate cruising. So let's move to another all-new member of the N-line family, the Elantra N-line. Similar to the Sonata N-line, the Elantra N-line pushes the all-new Elantra sporty looks to the next level. The front fascia and grille are unique to Elantra N-line, as is the 18-inch alloy wheels. It also adopts the N-line gloss black exterior mirrors. Now moving to the rear, the Elantra N-line features full LED taillights, a unique rear fascia with chrome dual exhaust outlets, and a subtle gloss black lip spoiler running the width of the deck lid. Those 18-inch wheels are wrapped in either Hankook Performance all-season tires on 7-speed DCT-equipped cars or Goodyear F1 summer tires on the proper 3-pedal 6-speed manual cars. It should also be noted that the section width of the 18-inch tire has increased by 10 millimeters from the last generation Elantra Sport to not only give N-line a slightly larger contact patch, but slightly larger sidewall for a beefier appearance. The interior of Elantra N-line has also been upgraded with sport seats with additional side bolstering and a sport steering wheel similar to what can be found in the Veloster N. The all-new Elantra N-line is powered by a 1.6-liter turbocharged engine that features gasoline direct injection. This engine delivers 201 horsepower and a robust 195 pound-feet of torque at a low 1,500 RPMs and maintains that max torque all the way to 4,500 RPMs. And as I alluded to before, the Elantra N-line comes standard with a 6-speed manual transmission or an available 7-speed dual clutch with paddle shifters. N-line duty also requires modification to the chassis. The Elantra N-line features a multi-link independent rear suspension that is different from the normal Elantra. Similar to what we saw with Sonata N-line, the powertrain mounts have been increased in stiffness from 14% to 17%. Spring rates have been increased, as well as the thickness of the stability bars. The dampeners receive a unique N-line tune, and the steering rate has been quickened slightly. There is also larger front rotors, which increase to 12 inches in diameter. The all-new Elantra N-line also has a long list of standard features. Sharing the standard safety features as the Elantra, along with an 8-inch display audio with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, power driver's seat, Hyundai digital key with wireless device charging, a sunroof, and BlueLink connected car, all of which, once again, are standard. Now I've got some even more exciting news to share with you. Coming in the future is the all-new Elantra N. Think of it as the insanely fun-to-drive Veloster N, but in a sleek 4-door body style. Elantra N will be powered by a 276 horsepower 2-liter turbo and mated to either a proper 6-speed manual or the N 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. Further chassis upgrades include the N corner carving differential, larger front and rear rotors, electronically controlled suspension, and that signature snap, crackle, and pop exhaust that always puts a grin on your face. I know it still does for me in my own Veloster N, and I can't wait to drive this new version. As you can see, Elantra N builds off the Elantra and gives you even more. More power and torque, even higher dynamic capabilities with the upgraded suspension and 19-inch summer tires. Much like what the Veloster N has accomplished, we are confident that the Elantra N will put the sports sedan segment on serious notice, and I look forward to talking more about it next year. As BC mentioned, at Hyundai Motor America, we've had some great success in motorsports with our TCR entries. Knowing what you race on track needs to match what is in the showroom, we launched the Veloster N TCR car last year and are now following it up with an Elantra N TCR car. The aggressive aero body and spoiler adds even more to that Elantra that you can buy in the showroom, and we look forward to it on track in the future. So in summary, Elantra N-line is the first in the Elantra lineup with strong exterior and interior differentiation. Its N-line chassis tuning and powertrain make it a very accessible car for enthusiasts. And following behind it will be the even more capable Elantra N and TCR car from which it is based. I thank you very much for your time and hope you enjoy your time behind the wheel. Thanks again.